For decades, Leonardo DiCaprio's love life has been a fascination in Hollywood. The Oscar-winning actor may be one of the most respected performers of his generation, but it's his relationships that often dominate headlines. From supermodels to rising stars, DiCaprio's dating history reads like a who's who of the fashion and entertainment industries. Yet now, fans are buzzing again after a new sighting of a so-called mystery model following fresh rumors that Leonardo may have ended his latest relationship. The images, the timing, and the silence from DiCaprio's usually private camp have only added more fuel to the story. It all started when Leonardo was spotted at an exclusive event in Los Angeles, reportedly in the company of a woman no one could identify. Paparazzi photos showed the actor dressed casually, wearing his trademark baseball cap and face mask, trying to keep a low profile. But beside him was someone new, a tall, striking brunette who immediately sparked online speculation. The images spread within hours, and gossip outlets went into overdrive. Who was she? And what did this mean for his rumored relationship with model Vittoria Ceretti, whom he had been linked to for nearly a year? Insiders close to Leonardo claimed that things between him and Vittoria had quietly cooled off over the past few months. They hadn't been seen together in public since early summer, and reports of different lifestyles began surfacing. Vittoria, who had been splitting her time between Europe and the US, was said to be focusing on her career, walking high-profile runways during Fashion Week and signing new brand deals. Leonardo, on the other hand, had been spending more time with his inner circle of friends, traveling and attending low-key parties. It wasn't long before the tabloids began suggesting a soft breakup had occurred, no drama, just distance. But the sighting of this new woman changed the conversation entirely. According to those who were at the event, she seemed comfortable around Leonardo, laughing and talking closely with him for most of the night. Some claim they even left together through a private exit. Of course, that was enough to send the internet into speculation mode. Within hours, social media was flooded with side-by-side photos, theories about who she might be, and debates over whether Leo was moving on or had already moved on long before anyone realized. This isn't unfamiliar territory for DiCaprio. Over the years, he's become known for his pattern of dating models, usually much younger than him, which has led to endless jokes, memes, and think pieces. It's almost become part of his celebrity identity. But what's interesting this time is how he's been noticeably more private since turning 50. Sources close to him have described a quieter Leonardo, someone who's less interested in the public spotlight when it comes to his romantic life. Still, that hasn't stopped the curiosity. When you're Leonardo DiCaprio, anonymity in romance simply doesn't exist. Some fans believe the so-called mystery model could actually be someone he's known for a while. A few online detectives pointed out that the woman in question bears a resemblance to another model Leonardo was seen speaking to months ago during a film festival in Cannes. At the time, rumors of flirtation circulated, but nothing ever came of it publicly. Could this be the same person? The timing certainly suggests a connection. Others insist that she's completely new, an emerging model or actress who's just now entering the high-profile world of A-list celebrity circles. What makes the situation even more intriguing is how strategically quiet both Leonardo and his team have been. No official comment, no denial, and no statement from the woman's representatives either. That silence, intentional or not, only feeds the story further. In Hollywood, sometimes not saying anything says the most. And given Leonardo's long history of maintaining privacy, the lack of response fits his pattern perfectly. He doesn't confirm, he doesn't deny, he simply disappears until the next rumor surfaces. Meanwhile, those close to Vittoria Ceretti haven't said much either. She's been posting cryptic captions on Instagram, sharing images of herself traveling and enjoying her solo life. Some fans interpret these posts as subtle messages, quotes about independence, self-worth, and moving on. It's unclear if they're meant to hint at her breakup with Leonardo or simply reflect her current mindset, but the timing has been noticed by fans and gossip blogs alike. As usual, the internet reads between every line. Leonardo's dating history has always followed a similar pattern. Things begin quietly, then a few sightings emerge, and soon after, headlines explode. Whether it was Gisele Bündchen in the early 2000s, Bar Raffaelli, Blake Lively, or more recently Camilla Morrone, his romances always seem to follow this cycle. They start off private, turn into public fascination, and eventually fade away just as quietly as they began. What's different now is how much more pressure comes with social media. Every move is tracked, every companion photographed, every gesture interpreted. Even for someone as guarded as Leonardo, privacy feels almost impossible in the digital age. It's also worth mentioning how Leonardo's image has evolved over time. For years, he was the golden boy of Hollywood, the ultimate bachelor who never seemed to age while dating a string of supermodels. But now, as he enters his 50s, the narrative has started to shift. Some outlets have criticized him for continuing to date much younger women, while others defend him, saying it's his personal life and his choice. Either way, his relationships have become a lightning rod for debate. Every new woman in his orbit becomes a talking point, and the mystery model is no exception. Insiders say that Leonardo doesn't pay much attention to the media frenzy surrounding his relationships. He's reportedly focused on his upcoming film projects, environmental activism, and production work. Still, he's human, and there's no denying that the constant public scrutiny can weigh heavily. Some of his close friends have said that Leonardo often feels trapped between wanting a normal relationship and living under the microscope of fame. That's part of why he keeps things private until they're serious or over. The recent sighting reignited speculation not just about his love life, but about whether Leonardo is ready for something more long-term. Over the years, he's been labeled as Hollywood's most notorious bachelor, but people close to him have hinted that he's mellowed with age. He's reportedly more introspective and careful about who he spends time with. Yet the public narrative doesn't change easily. So when he's spotted with a beautiful woman, the assumption is always the same: another model, another chapter in the DiCaprio dating saga. What complicates the current rumor even more is that Leonardo has been keeping a very low public profile recently. He skipped several major Hollywood events where he was expected to appear and has avoided red carpets unless absolutely necessary. This adds a layer of mystery to any appearance he makes. When fans finally see him, every detail is scrutinized: who he's sitting with, who he's talking to, and even where he's looking. That's how powerful his image has become. One night out can dominate celebrity news for days. Some reports claim the mystery model might actually be part of Leonardo's extended friend group. He's known for surrounding himself with a tight-knit crew of old friends and new acquaintances from the fashion and art worlds. They travel together, attend events, and socialize in circles far removed from the typical Hollywood spotlight. That makes it harder to tell whether any given woman photographed near him is a new romantic interest or simply part of the group. Still, the tone of the photos, her proximity, her body language, the smiles, suggested something more than casual friendship. For fans who have followed Leonardo's journey from his early Titanic fame to his modern-day film legacy, these stories always spark a mix of fascination and fatigue. On one hand, people can't help but be curious about his love life. On the other, they wonder why, after all these years, the narrative never changes. Perhaps it's because Leonardo himself hasn't changed much publicly. He's consistent, private, charming, elusive, and undeniably magnetic. That mystery keeps people guessing, even when there's little concrete information to go on. Another aspect worth noting is how these relationship rumors often coincide with his professional milestones. Some cynics believe that stories about his personal life conveniently emerge when he's between film projects or when one of his productions is about to be promoted. Whether that's intentional or just a byproduct of media timing is anyone's guess. But it's undeniable that Leonardo's name generates traffic, and pairing his fame with a mystery model headline is an easy win for tabloids. Still, even the most sensational stories have a hint of truth behind them. Multiple photographers who were present at the event confirmed that Leonardo seemed in good spirits, laughing and mingling with guests. He wasn't hiding but wasn't seeking attention either. The woman beside him, though unfamiliar to most, seemed completely at ease. That natural chemistry was what set off the rumor mill. When Leonardo looks comfortable with someone new, people assume it means something significant. And given his reputation, they might not be entirely wrong. In the days following the photos, online communities dedicated to celebrity gossip began their usual deep dives. Some claimed to have identified the woman as a model from Eastern Europe who recently signed with a major agency. Others insisted she was an influencer known for keeping her personal life discreet. Without confirmation, the mystery only deepened. Every theory added more intrigue, and the lack of answers kept people watching. That's the cycle of modern celebrity. Uncertainty is the fuel that keeps interest burning.